Vision Customer Information System Goods Inwards. This is a brief overview of how the Goods Inwards process works on the Vision system. Customers have the ability to send EDI Goods Inwards information into the system that uses an XML format, and if you do that you can bypass this entire stage. But if you have to key it into the system, this is how you do it. So I'll go into the Goods Inwards menu. You can see there's three things here: pre-advice, suppliers and transporters. The reason the suppliers and transporters are here are so that you can save them, so that you don't have to recall them up every time and type everything in again. Transporters, same idea, they're saved, and because many customers use the same transporter, this is a shared set of information. So when you put a new transporter in, it's available to everybody that's there, but the chances are they'll already be there because somebody will have used them at some point. Entering a pre-advice, fairly straightforward. Click on the pre-advice. You can see here we've got a screen where it shows in progress pre-advices, and these are unsubmitted, which means you're in the middle of still putting them in. You haven't actually sent them to the warehouse. When they're in progress, you can tick the box here and do a search, and you'll see they're in progress. And then once they arrive and they're on the Vision system, on the warehouse system, waiting for the vehicle to arrive, they will be in submitted pre-advice. So if they're not on that system and you've submitted them, you will see them in the submission in progress. So if I go and add a new pre-advice, the details that we require are quite simple. Purchase order reference number, and I'm going to keep this simple, 1234. It's automatically added today's date. It's going to ask me who the supplier is. Now I can use my details as supplier. That's very easy, but if you wish to get an Intrastat report from the warehouse and you are buying it from a EU country and you use your details as supplier, it will not show on the Intrastat. So on this one I'm going to use a stored supplier, and then I'm going to pick a supplier that I've already had, that's already brought goods into me. So if I just pick anyone, and you'll notice it fills the information in, the fact it's coming from France, and it also supplies all the information that we know about the supplier. You can have as little or as much information there as you want. The only thing, anything with an asterisk, a red asterisk against it, is a mandatory field, so something has to be entered there. And you'll notice as soon as I typed something in the field, the next button appeared. So go to the next button, and I'm looking at the transport type. So I'm going to bring it in using a haulier, and I can select the haulier code. So, and again it fills all the information in about the haulier. I can also specify the expected delivery date for the warehouse. There's a couple of options at the bottom here. Are you using slip sheets, and is it on pallets? If you tell the warehouse this information, it's useful for them when they book the goods in. And then I simply go to the final page where I can type in a product code and a description. I do not have to have the product codes existing. If they exist, the system will look it up and it will automatically fill the description in. If it doesn't exist, you can put a brand new product code in, a new description, and some basic details. The single size, 75 centilitres, singles per case, there's 12 in the case. The product type, this is a wine. The vintage of it, the brand name, the cost that we're buying it for, and how many cases are coming in, and the currency. See, it matches the currency. The final box is if the goods are coming in duty paid, I can simply tick the duty paid box. So I've added that one line in. At this particular point I've saved it by simply clicking on the green button at the end. You notice I can now amend it with the blue button that's appeared, and I can save this or submit it because that's it ready. It's that quick. If I hit submit now, it will then send it to the warehouse. And I can close that down. And you can see here I've got other ones that are already submitted and the warehouse have them. Some of them are booked. In fact, many of them are booked. And if you wanted to drill down on any of them, you could simply just click the button and it will then drill down on the information that we have. On this one, there are no lines, but we know there are 17 product lines due. So the other options in this menu are supplier, where you can go into the suppliers. You can go through, update the information against the suppliers. The more information that you add in here, the easier it makes it when you actually fill out the pre-advice. And the transporter, again, same idea. These are a list of the transporters. You cannot update any of these, but you can add new transporters in simply by saying add new. And that's the end of the goods inwards.